Ireland is very well known for making quality ciders, fine whiskey and of course Guinness. But what about the quality wines? Let's find out! I have with me David Llewellyn. This is the only Irish winemaker that is producing grapevine commercially.
Hello everybody, and thank you Thomas for having me.
Absolute pleasure. So tell me a bit more David, about yourself and how did you start it?
Basically, I studied horticulture and I always had a particular interest in growing fruit. So after that I went to Germany for work experience on a fruit farm, right? Okay. And I spoke German as well, so I was able to learn and make use of that. But they also had vineyards and they made wine themselves on the farm. And I was just thrown in at the deep end into all the work involved in looking after the vineyard, harvesting the grapes, making the wine in the cellar. Now, I didn't even drink at that time. I wasn't, and I had no interest in growing vines, no interest in making wine, but it just, working with it just seeped into me and I just became fascinated with the whole process. And that's what sparked it in my own mind.
Brilliant, brilliant. Tell me why you call your wine Lusca and what that means actually.
Well, I was actually thinking of calling it something to do with my name, Llewellyns, but it's a bit of a mouthful. It's a Welsh name. It's not so easy to remember. It's a lot of L's. And a friend suggested that I use the Irish version of the village where I am, Lusk village in North County Dublin, and the Irish for Lusk is Lusca. It's very simple. It's a nice, simple two-syllable word. It looks good on a label. It's easy to remember. And it sounds nice. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, it sounds absolutely amazing. So tell me a bit more about the location itself.
Okay. Well, the vineyard, Lusca Vineyard, is just 1 kilometre outside the village of Lusk. And Lusk is in North County Dublin, 10 kilometres north of the city of Dublin. And we're near the sea. We're 5 or 7 kilometres from the Irish Sea, the coast. And the location itself is pretty nice. We're on nice soil, slightly south facing, close enough to the sea that we don't get spring frosts and autumn frosts, which we would get if we were further inland, and not too close to the sea that we don't get these cool onshore breezes all the time. So it's actually a pretty good location for vines.
Brilliant. So actually in Ireland you can find amazing location for growing wines. So what grapes are you growing?
It's a combination really of classic wine grapes, mainly Cabernet Sauvignon and Merlot, and I have a little bit of Cabernet Franc and Shiraz. And on the other hand then I have a few hybrid varieties, and the main one of them is Rondo, and I'm experimenting with a few others.
David, is it difficult to grow grapes in Ireland?
Yes, of course it is.
So what's the biggest disadvantage?
The biggest disadvantage is the climate. Okay?
Yeah.
But apart from that, you've got to pick out the best location that you can within where we are, and very carefully choose varieties. But the climate is the main thing. We need the weather to ripen the grapes to get good. You need ripe grapes to make a good wine. Okay? So ripe grapes, good winemaking. But then we don't get a crop every year. We don't get a decent crop every year. Yeah. Last 2 years, I got hardly anything before 21. 21, I got a decent crop.
Brilliant. Okay, so basically we need the right person, the right location, and the right grape varieties. So let's taste the wine.
Sláinte. So now, Thomas, what do you think of my 2019 Cabernet Sauvignon Blanc de Noir traditional method
sparkling Irish wine, guys? So on the nose, wine's really fruity, so full of gooseberries, cranberries. What else we have? Some red currants.
Yeah, hint of strawberries.
Hint of strawberries. On the palate, it's very clean, very dry, and super refreshing. There's no sugar added. Maybe it's not on the level of champagne yet, but definitely can compete with good quality cava. Tell me a bit more about your red.
Well, this red here now, I'm doing 2 reds. One from the Rondo grape, and this here is a blend of Cabernet Sauvignon and Merlot, essentially, with a little smattering of Cabernet Franc and Shiraz.
Brilliant. So wine on the nose, guys, is really fruity again, full of black plums, cassis, dark cherries, on the palate is really, really refreshing, very easy going and very easy drinking. Absolutely delicious.
Soft. It's been in French oak for 2 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Excellent value for money. Okay, tell me a bit more about your third one.
Okay, so this is my Rondo, 2018. That was a beautifully ripe year, lovely fruit, and I've aged that for over 2 years in American oak barrels.
Wow. So wine is full of basically black fruits dominated by forest fruits like blueberries and blackberries, right? A bit of chocolate, a bit of licorice as well.
Chocolate, yeah.
A lot of dark chocolate. So guys, if you really like something fruity, full of black fruits and really concentrate, that one is definitely for you. And finally, the more important part, David, when we actually get your wines.
Okay, well, firstly, people can get the wines directly from me by contacting me. In Dublin, the Corkscrew, Wines on the Green, Terroir, Mitchell's, and a small number of other wines.
Thank you for watching. I just want to remind you that you can get these wines on our website, which is decorkscrew.ie. If you'd like to see more interesting videos like this, please don't forget to subscribe. Thanks again and see you next time.